Now we're going to talk about the, or of circle. Now we're going to talk about the general form. And the general form is as follows. So the general form is going to be as follows. We've got, let's see. It's going to be x squared plus y squared plus some ax, where this is a coefficient, plus some by, where this is a different coefficient, or just number in front of your y term, plus c, which is just a number, equals 0. So if we look at problem A, so 3a, we're at 3a right now, if you're following along. We got x squared plus y squared plus 14x minus 10y plus 73 equals 0. We'll give you a minute, write that down. So your first step, group x's and y's. And then put your number on the other side. So what does that mean? X squared plus 14x plus y squared minus 10y equals negative 73. Put your x's together, put your y's together, and put the number on the other side. Step 2 is what we call b over 2 squared. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. b over 2 squared. So your b term, basically we're looking at this in terms of these two and these two. Okay? Your b term is the term on the linear part. What does that mean? It means your term on the just x, your term on your coefficient on the just y. All right, those are our b's. They come from the quadratic form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. So that's what I mean by the b term. So it's just the term on just the x, term on just the y, not the y squared, not the x squared, but those terms, okay? What you're going to do is half it, square it. You're going to half it, then square it. Half it, then square it. You're going to half it, and then you're going to square it. You're going to half it, and then you're going to square it. First you half it, then you square it. You know what I'm saying? Repetition works. You might not think it does, but it really does, actually. I mean, like, for example, I could say, I'm trying to think of a jingle. If I could say something like, I don't know, have it your way. See, somebody knows that. You know what I'm saying? So repetition works. All right, so anyway, so we're going to take our b term, half it, and square it. We're going to do that for both. So what we'll do is we'll say 14 over 2 squared. And then for this one, we're going to do negative 10 over 2 squared. Okay? So we're going to do 14 over 2 squared, negative 10 over 2 squared. We're going to half it and square it. So then what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, that's going to be 7 squared, which is 49. And this is going to be negative 5 squared, which is 25. All right. So you take your b terms, half them, square them. Half them, square them. Half them, and then square them. It'll make sense later because of something that's going to happen. So now we go to part 3. Add and subtract your b squareds. So show you what I mean. We're going to do x squared plus, well actually, we'll just add Yes. So we'll do x squared plus 14x, okay? And then we'll do plus 49 minus 49. Then the other one we'll do plus y squared minus 10y plus 25 minus 25. And what is that equal to? Negative 73. So after we half it and square it, I'm not in frame. After we half it and square it, what we're going to do is we're going to add that half and square to, we're going to add it and subtract it. Why am I adding and subtracting at the same time? Right, exactly. Does that make sense? So technically, I haven't changed the equation yet, right? Because I'm doing the same thing to both sides, or I'm doing the same thing. Now, here's the beautiful thing about this. If we look at these three terms now, okay? And if we look at these three terms, what we get actually is going to be x plus b squared. And our b in this case was 7, right? Because we halved it and squared it. Y'all following me? Y'all with me? Y'all still with me? So check this out. This right here is going to be x plus 7 squared. Okay? Don't believe me? Well, I mean, just don't take what I say for granted. I might be wrong. Let's check. Let's check. So this is just x plus 7 times x plus 7, right? That's what x plus 7 squared means, right? X times x, x squared. X times 7, 7x. 7 times x, 7x. 7 times 7, 49. X squared plus 14x plus 49. It's a miracle. Obviously, we did that on purpose, but that's why we did this in the first place, just so we could get it down to that. Does that make sense? Now, what was our b term in the y's case? Negative 5. So if we look at these three terms, this has to be y minus 5 squared. Y'all seeing where I'm going with this? Now, then your question is, okay, Mr. Brooks, what do we do with these terms? What about those two? Well, you put them on the other side. So what you'll end up with is, x squared, x plus 7 squared plus y minus 5 squared. But then we need to add 49 over here, and we need to add 25 over here. So it'll be equal to negative 73 plus 49 plus 25. Everybody following me so far? All right. So what we did is we condensed these three down, and put the others on the other side. Now we can finish up. We've got x plus 7 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals, let's see, 49 plus 25 is 74. So that's going to be 1. Now, is this in standard form? Yes. Yep. Because we can easily see that the center is going to be where, guys? Where's the center at? Negative 7, 5. And the radius is square root of 1, which is 1. Questions? Go through the steps one at a time. Okay? And it'll work for you.